Genesis 11. Genesis 11 verse 1 And all the earth had one language and one tongue. Genesis 11 verse 2 And it came about that, in their wandering from the east, they came to a stretch of flat country in the land of Shinar, and there they made their living place. Genesis 11 verse 3 And they said one to another, Come, let us make bricks, burning them well. And they had bricks for stone, putting them together with sticky earth. Genesis 11 verse 4 And they said, Come, let us make a town, and a tower whose top will go up as high as heaven, and let us make a great name for ourselves, so that we may not be wanderers over the face of the earth. Genesis 11 verse 5 And the Lord came down to see the town and the tower which the children of men were building. Genesis 11 verse 6 And the Lord said, See, they are all one people and have all one language, and this is only the start of what they may do, and now it will not be possible to keep them from any purpose of theirs. Genesis 11 verse 7 Come, let us go down and take away the sense of their language, so that they will not be able to make themselves clear to one another. Genesis 11 verse 8 So the Lord God sent them away into every part of the earth, and they gave up building their town. Genesis 11 verse 9 So it was named Babel, because there the Lord took away the sense of all languages. And from there the Lord sent them away over all the face of the earth. Genesis 11 verse 10 These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old when he became the father of Arpachshad, 2 years after the great flow of waters. Genesis 11 verse 11 And after the birth of Arpachshad, Shem went on living for 500 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 12 And Arpachshad was 35 years old when he became the father of Shelah. Genesis 11 verse 13 And after the birth of Shelah, Arpachshad went on living for 403 years and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 14 And Shelah was 30 years old when he became the father of Eber. Genesis 11 verse 15 And after the birth of Eber, Shelah went on living for 403 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 16 And Eber was 34 years old when he became the father of Peleg. Genesis 11 verse 17 And after the birth of Peleg, Eber went on living for 430 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 18 And Peleg was 30 years old when he became the father of Reu. Genesis 11 verse 19 And after the birth of Reu, Peleg went on living for 209 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 20 And Reu was 32 years old when he became the father of Serug. Genesis 11 verse 21 And after the birth of Serug, Reu went on living for 207 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 22 And Serug was 30 years old when he became the father of Nahor. Genesis 11 verse 23 And after the birth of Nahor, Serug went on living for 200 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 24 And Nahor was 29 years old when he became the father of Terah. Genesis 11 verse 25 And after the birth of Terah, Nahor went on living for 119 years, and had sons and daughters. Genesis 11 verse 26 And Terah was 70 years old when he became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Genesis 11 verse 27 These are the generations of Terah. Terah was the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran was the father of Lot. Genesis 11 verse 28 And death came to Haran when he was with his father Terah in the land of his birth, Ur of the Chaldees. Genesis 11 verse 29 And Abram and Nahor took wives for themselves. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and Iscah. Genesis 11 verse 30 And Sarai had no child. Genesis 11 verse 31 And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, the wife of his son Abram, and they went out from Ur of the Chaldees, to go to the land of Canaan, and they came to Haran, and were there for some time. Genesis 11 verse 32 And all the years of Terah's life were 205, and Terah came to his end in Haran.